motherfucking 2. What's up with the what's up? What's poppin' with the population? My name is Black Star, and welcome to Star Nation. And today I got a special video in terms of what I do. I'm doing a build video for y'all, but before we start, we're gonna have to start way back at the beginning. As you can see, this is 2K20. And in 2K20, I was a slashing playmaker. In 2K18, a slashing playmaker. In 2K19, slashing playmaker, but I also had a slashing shot creator. I say this to say, throughout my first years of really playing my career on 2K, I never had over a 68 3-ball. My midi never had an 80. It wasn't until 2K21 current gen that I was able to use the blue and green pie chart to still be able to slash how I wanted with some good playmaking and shoot where I had an 83. Right? The history is matters because as you can see, all of my strengths were in playmaking and slashing, which are my playstyle. The defense and the shooting were both bronze, and they always stayed bronze, and it never bothered me because that's my playstyle. So I can make these bronze badges work for me. I played Pro Am with this build. I played every manner of every kind of mode you can play, and it's just how I play. Now the one thing I will say is back then, my pie chart always came with the best physicals of almost any pie chart in the game. Unfortunately, that doesn't stand today because I had to make sacrifices somewhere, but I just wanted you guys to get an outlook on what made me me for the first few years that I played this game. And this is it. As you can see, we have a 6'4" point guard, 7-foot wingspan, so we can get our 99 dunk, but then we're gonna look at this 81 close shot, gives us Paint Prodigy bronze, which comes in handy. We have an 83 layup, which would have been 82 for Jordan Poole's layup package, but 83 is where it was on my first build. We have a 96 dunk, which will be cap broken to 99, giving us Legend Posterizer and Legend Aerial Wizard. We have a 45 standing dunk, which gives us both of the basic standing dunk packages. We also have a 67 post control, giving us all the post badges on bronze and hook specialist on silver. That's just in case I get stopped on my way to the basket, I can turn my back and make a move. We have a 78 midi that goes up with our 3-point shot, which is an 88, giving us all of the shooting badges on silver along with limitless range on bronze. The free throw is only there because that's what was left. We have an 85 pass control, so we can get LaMelo Ball pass style, which is always my favorite. We have a 95 ball handle. This ball handle allows us to cap break it +1 to get Ink Assassin Hall of Fame, and then max +1 to Legend to pair with the Legend Posterizer. This build is about ankles and bodies, simple as that. And we also have a strong handle of gold because we have the strength to compensate. We also have an 86 speed with ball for gold lightning launcher, which is all I seem to need at the moment. And it allows me to get Devin Booker's dribble style along with Darius Garland's dribble style. We also have a 74 perimeter defense. As you remember on the other build, I showed you all I need is bronze defense, and this is more than enough, giving me way more badges than even back then. We have 67 steal, just for those bronze steal badges as well, and a 68 block. I will always have block on my build because athleticism on my guards allow me to play great in the air defense. We have a 60 rebound. That's gonna give us bronze rebound chaser and box out beast. 81 speed, 71 agility. Do not worry about those. We'll get back to that later if you think it's slow. We have a 73 strength just to get that strong handle, and then we have a 90 vert to not only get our packages for our elite contact dunks off one, but also unlock certain things as far as rebounds and blocks. So now the takeovers we have available that I would actually recommend to anyone, I would use Flash, which is probably the main takeover I use on most of my builds. This allows me to get blur. I have Kryptonite. Kryptonite is also something that is great. It gives me speed with ball and driving dunk. Skilled Slasher allows me to put that 3-pointer up in case I think I need to boost for my 3 in the game or any given day. Slice is probably the most important one. Those low agility and speed stats get compensated because I get speed, driving dunk, and agility +7. That takeover makes up for a lot of what's low with the build as far as the speed and agility, and it allows me to make up for that and have and feel that on the go. Right? So now the build is finished. This was my first build. I was very excited. And my name was ISO Black Star leading up to this. So as you can see, when I first seen the name, I was truly excited because it is a inside out ISO specialist. And what better for someone who 2K reads ISO Black Star? However, upon loading into the game, it became evident that this wasn't a rare build at all, and I have a real problem with meta names, meta jump shots, and everything else. So now I'm going to show you my final build. We're going to go up on the weight by 1. This is just something I did. It doesn't equate to anything. And now we're going to reset the attributes so we can start over. and show you how I made my main build for this year. Okay, so the close shot remains the same. That goes up due to the driving dunk at 81. The driving layup now is an 80. That change was a little bit of a sacrifice. I do want the Jordan Poole layup package and intend to get it back, but for now we'll deal with Trae Young, and default small seems to be elite this year. Okay, the driving dunk, of course, is a 96. As we stated before, we are going for 99 dunk because I am a slasher, so why not lean into what benefits me? 47 standing dunk, that's just extra attributes that were there. We don't go up on the post control this time. I find myself not using it, even though on the other build it'll still be useful. On this one, we're gonna go up on the midi though. 88 midi, and then we're gonna go with an 85-3. This is part of how I get to my build's conclusion, but also allows me to play at 3 levels even more than the first build allowed me to. The free throw was lower, but that's also due to how the attributes shook out. We're gonna go with an 87 pass accuracy this time. That allows us to get a little bit more. And then we're gonna go with the 94, of course, with the ball handle, and we're gonna go 86 speed with ball. Most of the build remains the same, as you can see, just certain things I made different changes on. So now, we're gonna put the interior defense up to where it gets taken to anyway due to the block. We're gonna take our perimeter back to 74 as we can still get bumpy. This is where the first change happens with the 60 layup. I found bronze layups to be kind of slow. So if I'm not gonna get the on ball plucks because my animation is slower, then I'll just play the lanes if I can. But I still get on ball steals with positioning and bump steals. We don't go with the rebound as well this time. We don't need the bronze rebound chaser. It turns out that 90 vert allows your character to unlock certain things without having the rebound actually badge. It'll jump for boards. We keep our strength, and then we go with the 89 vertical, which will cap break instead of cap breaking the speed with ball like we will on the first build, right? So +1 to the vertical, +3 to the dunk, +1 to the ball handle. And as you can see, now the build is a little bit more well-rounded. It can hit from everywhere, it can score from everywhere, and I can still slash and play make as my needs are there. So I have all the same bronze badges that perform the same as my other build. I actually get more steals because over time, I just got better at positioning and things like that. And I still can go back to my first build at times because now with my cap breakers at starter 3, that build is probably my most all-around build if I'm being honest, just by what I have at the moment, right? So this is my final build. This is how I made it. A lot of the things still apply and remain. Now let's check it out. So now we're gonna look over all the stats and we're gonna take a look at the takeovers because we have unlocked some more takeovers that we didn't have available due to our MIDI, right? We have mixtape. This is another blur takeover. Blur is being slept on this year because you can make people fall. We still get our skill slasher, we still get our kryptonite, and we still get our flash, which I told you are all important to me. We get the mixtape as I stated. We get the ankle taker still. And then we also get kryptonite. We still get kryptonite as well. And now we unlock certain things like Silky Shooter. Silky Shooter wasn't there before. I didn't have it as a takeover. I only had 1 shooting takeover, which was Marksman. But now I have 2 shooting takeovers, which makes the build all the more better. Let's look at the name of the build and see what we come up with. Here you go, my main build. One of the most exclusive names you'll find. I only see Uncle Demi on the 5'9", but this is not that. And that is an offensive architect. I'll tell you how extremely hype I am to have this name. It's rare, it's new, it's great. I do have another build in the tuck for you guys that I can't quite show you just yet. I would love to. Last year I was an offensive heavy point and I was one of the first people with the build as build creation dates would show that. Joe Knows made it extremely popular. I even helped him remember to get his elite contacts off too on one of his builds and he remade it. But now we look at the build at 99, completed, done. No more grinding for badges, no more grinding for attributes, just getting out there and playing. As I stated, I do have another build I can't wait to show you guys. I haven't decided if it will one day replace this build because we have to see if 99 dunk is worth it. You will know that in my upcoming cap breaker video. I'll go over what's going on, what's worth it, what's not, was it worth it, because I did it on 3 builds before I even tested it. But yeah, man, thanks for coming through. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate anything that you can do. And we'll be back. Black Star out of here, bro.